So today we're going to be understanding the standard algorithm for multiplication. And how we're going to do that is we're going to start with the problem 36 times 46. And we are going to be solving that by using the array model, which, if you don't recall, is the area model, making an area or boxes. So the number was 36 and 46. So 36 is actually broken into 3 tens and 6 ones. So this is actually going to be 30 plus 60. And this is going to be 46, which is going to be 40 plus 6. And then usually what I do, just for the sake of drawing, I usually draw a line right where my plus signs are. Now, if you wanted to make a more accurate model, obviously you'd want it to be closer down here. But just for the sake of my number writing and whatnot, I'm just going to draw it where the plus signs are. So some of you have forgotten that occasionally you will put a 3 plus 6, but it's not 3 plus 6, it's actually 9. It is 3 tens, so making sure that you do have the 0 placeholder there for 30. And then what you're going to do is we're multiplying them together. And you can start anywhere you want, but today, for the sake of the standard algorithm, I'm going to start in this corner, and I'm going to go A, B, C, D. So in this corner, it's 6 times 6. Which is 36, and then 6 times 40. I'm going to save that 0, so 6 times 4 is 24. I add the 0 back, it's 240. And why I can do that is it's actually 40 tens, so, or 4 tens. So 6 times 4 is 24, and then since it was in the tens, it'd be 24 tens, which would make that 240. Then we go over here, 30 times 6, again, save the 0. And you get 180, and 30 times 40, save the 2 zeros, and you get 1,200. All right, so once I fill in the area model, I simply add up all the areas, the partial areas. So I would add up 1,200 plus 180 plus 240 plus 36. If I add all these up, I will get 1,656. Okay, so now that we have worked through the array model or the area model, I just left a little one just to remind you of what it looked like. And then we are going to be working on partial products just to review. So I put a gap between the numbers here just to show you and remind you how we multiply when we're multiplying by partial products. So the first thing we do is we multiply 6 times 6. And we write the answer down, 36. Then we may multiply the 6 times 3 tens, which equals 30. So that's 180. Then we'll go over here to the 4. 4 tens times 6, so 40 times 6, and that equals 240. And finally, we'll multiply 4 tens times 3 tens, which equals 1,200. Now, when we do the standard algorithm for multiplication, it looks a lot simpler or smaller. So I'm going to rewrite this problem with no gap this time. So I have 36 times 46, and I'm going to go through the steps with you. So first of all, we do the same thing. 6 times 6 is 36. But instead of writing the whole number 36 down, we bring down the 6, and the 3 goes back in the 10 spot, just above. Then we do 6 times 3, which is 18. And we add the remaining tens that we had. So we already had 3 tens, so we have 18, 19, 20, 21. And I will write them down. Then, when we're done with that one, we're going to go to the 4 tens here. Now, if I multiply 4 times 6, 4 times 6 is 240. I need to fill this spot here to put my 4 down for 40. And then once again, I'm going to put that 2 above the 3 because now I'm going to be multiplying and adding more tens to this, or really hundreds. And then 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 14, and I simply write 14 down. Once I add these numbers up, I got the same answer. Now, I want you to look at these two problems, and if you did not notice, what we did here is we just consolidated the work that we were doing. And how we did that was, if you look very carefully, this number 216 is actually these two added together. 36 plus 180 equals 216. And right here, these two partial products, 240 plus 1,200 equals 1,440. So standard algorithm is taking your partial products and it's simplifying them. And this is how you do the standard algorithm. Okay, let's just do one more problem to help us solidify our understanding of the standard algorithm for multiplication. As you can see, there are 3 different strategies to multiply and solve this problem. So I'm going to start with the array model in the middle and then move to partial products and finally the standard algorithm. So for the array model, I write down 43, I break it up to 40 plus 3, and then 30 plus 8, and that is where I draw my lines usually. So 30 plus 40 is 1,200. 30 plus 3 is 90. 8 times 40 is 320. If you forgot, you can do 8 times 4, which is 32, and then pull your 0 down because it's 32 tens. And then finally, 8 times 3 is 24. Obviously, I'd add these up to find the whole product, but I'm going to just move to partial products since it was the same thing that we did before. So we have 8 times 3, and we figured out that that was 24 over here. Then we did 8 times 40, and we got 320. Then we figured out 30 times 3, which was 90. And then finally 30 times 40, and we got 1,200. When we add them up, 4 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 3 is 13. Plus 9 is 13. Carry the 1. And then 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then we have 1 left over, so 1,634. Now going back over to the standard algorithm, same thing. 8 times 3 is 24. This time though, we're going to carry the 2. 8 times 4 is 32. Then we add the 2, 32, 33, 34, and write down the numbers. Then we have a placeholder, the 0, because this is in the tens place. We do 3 times 3, which is 9, and then 3 times 4, which is 12. We're going to add those up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 9 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then 1 plus nothing is 1. 1,643. I hope this helps you figure out the standard algorithm for multiplication. Remember, you can check your work using any of the other strategies.